What's going on, Laker fans and haters? So I'm here to talk about the Lakers and the Mavericks and previewing this series. This is going to be a real tough series, to be honest. Not exactly, the most thrilled or most hyped about it. I know what the Mavericks' history is, and don't get me wrong, I get the point of that, but the Mavericks are an underdog this series. I think they're going to play the A game, and this is going to be a very close series. Really breaking down what's going to happen, I really think it'll come down to the rebounding and turnovers the most. You can say that Kobe Bryant and Dirk Nowitzki can score it well and score when they're able to play their A game, but it's all about the rest of that supporting cast. The Lakers have the size advantage, and that's what I'd really be using is the size, because I'm not exactly sold on Tyson Chandler rebounding down low or Brendan Haywood. I'm not as impressed with them compared to Pau Gasol, Andrew Bynum, and Lamar Odom. The size down low will probably be the big factor as if they play their A game or not. Pau Gasol had a very iffy series last against the Hornets. It wasn't pretty, it was ugly. He's going to need to step it up if they want to win this series, because if he doesn't, the Mavericks can easily steal a game in the Staples Center, which, the Staples Center, looking back at the season, the Staples Center has been vulnerable throughout this season. I mean, if you watch the regular season, they lost games to teams like the Milwaukee Bucks, the Indiana Pacers. They lost to some real mediocre teams at home this year. So it really wouldn't shock me if somehow the Mavericks somehow try to steal game one or two because the Mavericks start shooting well and the Lakers play poor defense. The Lakers really need to have some sort of composure and focus for this because they lack that intensity throughout every game because they've been there and done that. They've been kind of spoiled over the time being. I'm expecting the Lakers to, however, use the rebounding to their advantage and avoid the turnovers nonetheless. If the Lakers give up the ball like they did to the Hornets, this could be a very painful series for Laker fans. Jason Kidd, as old as he is, he still gets the assists, still has the good assist-to-turnover ratio. But do the Mavericks lack the clutch gene? And of course, what I mean being the clutch gene is the guy who makes the big shots. Of course, they'll make their free throws. They'll make stuff here and there, but do they have that ability to make the final shot at the buzzer? I think the Lakers can defend that. I don't think there's no reason for them not to allow one of those late shots to the Mavericks. On defense, if they put Dirk on Kobe, of course Dirk is going to block a lot of those shots since he's 7 foot. No one can block Dirk Nowitzki, assuming they play one-on-one. No one has the size. You could argue Bynum maybe and Powell because they're 7 foot, but Dirk has that ability to shoot the three-pointers. And if Dirk Nowitzki plays his A game, this is also going to be a long series. It's also very strange how, of course, Sean Marion is no longer the star that he once was. He's now just your typical role player. So, well, let's see what Rick Carlisle does and how they focus this team, because the Mavericks, as I said before, are an underdog. They might play that with a little more adrenaline and more focus now that they don't have all the pressure on them like they've had in the past. They were able to keep their composure in Portland in Game 6, and they closed out the series like they're supposed to. So, props to the Mavs for getting this far. We'll see what happens in this series. I will not be talking about the series until it's over. So, if the Lakers win in 7, or if the Lakers get swept, I'll be on here, win or lose, on the series. So, let me know, guys. What do you think of the Lakers and Mavericks this series? Of course, there's a good share of Mavericks fans on here, and I got nothing but love for you guys because you guys are all pretty legit who've been making Mavs videos throughout the past few seasons. I know I've been watching a lot of you guys, so I'll see y'all later. As always, go Lakers, but this is going to be a very interesting and tough series because they can't let their guard down. They did it against New Orleans, considerably a bad team, but better not do it against Dallas. See you guys later.